This is gonna be the most ridiculous article I'm ever gonna read. Smash hit video game Fortnite designed to be addictive. Lawsuit. Okay, this is gonna be a weird, interesting article. So, the makers of an online video game sensation Fortnite were accused Friday of designing it to be addictive in a Canadian class action lawsuit liking playing to taking cocaine. Oh, what? What? Wait, whoa, what? Like cocaine? Whoa, that's like the dumbest comparison I ever heard of. So does that mean that I play Fortnite? Does that make me addicting like cocaine? No, I have other things I do. I have homework, I got school, and I watch anime. Like, bro, I'm not addicted to this game all the time. I have Borderlands 3 for crying out loud because I wanted to play something else besides Fortnite for the reason. Because it's the only game that's only good and almost newish, and now we're gonna have a new season. But besides the point, Fortnite released by US based Epic Games in 2017, allowing up to 100 players to fight individually as a part of a team or to be last standing on a virtual battlefield. It has become the most popular online game in the world, played by some 250 million people, including in tournaments with big cash prizes. Yeah, that's true. A legal notice filed in Quebec on behalf of two children who became devoted to game likens into cocaine says it triggers the release of reward neurotransmission dopamine. Wait. I don't get this. On behalf of two children who devoted to the game and to the likes. Okay, I don't think that's not that bad because everything that you do that you feel happy or you have a different rewarding feeling or something, if you like win a game in COD or beat a boss or something, like that's basically like any other thing besides Fortnite that can give you that sensational reward feeling. So I don't know why they're picking on only on this game if there's other things or not even video games at all, like anything else that can give you that general feeling. It's just dumb, just stupid. The game mechanics were designed to make people dependent on playing, say the lawsuits, liking the strategy to that used to get gamblers hooked on slot machines. What? What? No, what? That doesn't make it. My dude, this does not make any sense. It does not to get gamblers on hooked on slot machines. Fortnite does not have a slot machine. We have a daily item shop that's there, and if you're not there for a certain amount of time, it's gonna rotate to something different. If you want to talk about gambling machines, then it's probably in Save the World that those little slot machine thingers, or if you buy the llamas with the V-Bucks on them. Sure, but that's just a gambling addiction, but not the game. It's basically the person's addiction to gambling. So you can't really blame the game for having an addiction thing if you yourself have the willpower to stop yourself from doing that, especially for gambling. Gambling has become one of the addictions across America, but wow. But again, there's no slot machines in Fortnite Battle Royale, but in Save the World, sort of in its own way. But liking the strategy there's no strategy, man. That's so different. The addiction to the Fortnite game has real consequences for the lives of players. Several don't eat or shower and no longer socialize. It said adding that players have been forced to seek treatment for their addiction. Okay, first of all, I find that a little bit BS. If people haven't slept or eat, like for me especially, because when I play, like I always bring like a water bottle and I always take breaks or sometimes when I need to. Or what if you're like a streamer like Ninja, Tfue, Daquan, Myth, Hamlet, Dr. Lupo? Like what if that's like an actual job for those streamers? That's not really that addicting if they take that as their job, which they are right now, but they're playing different other games just to better themselves. Well, not better themselves, but like to I don't know what's the word since I'm looking for. It's like what they want to do to make them happy and for the viewers as well. So it's not really addicting if like those people I mentioned earlier that just play the game as a job. And for kids, especially for my age, it would be the parents' job to monitor their kids. So they can't really say that like not everybody is like this unless if I don't know, let's say like some lonely adult or something is just like, yeah, having an addiction of like playing this game to do stuff like this. I would doubt they would risk their health over a freaking video game that they can just go to bed or eat and then wake up and play afterwards. But it is addicting, I won't lie, but there's only a limit that you can take of how much you can play per day. So yeah. Gene Philippine Carl, the lawyer spearheading the lawsuit, told AFP the game's creators enlisted the help of psychologists to help make the game addictive. What? Enlisted it doesn't need to be. It is addictive of like what it has to offer, and that's what players are taking their liking to. Just I don't get it. I don't get it. He said the company failed to warn about the risks and dangers inherent in their product. Similar, arguments were used successfully in lawsuits against tobacco companies. Okay, but the thing is, oh my gosh, this is so dumb. Here's the thing, tobacco would actually cause you some actual health problems. There's a difference there. It will cause you really bad health problems if you actually smoke tobacco with like cancer or diseases in your heart or lungs. But with a video game that you only play for a certain amount of hours, yes, you will get some physical, or you will get, what's the word I'm looking for? You will get like, there won't be any other risk besides maybe your sleep or your tiredness or your starvation. But that's if you like, you have the willpower to not overcome it. It's just like you gotta like check yourself and not let anybody check for you, Like you can be like, okay, cool, I'm only gonna play for like 5 hours. That's not really addicting if you can, manage all that. So yeah, it's really pathetic. I don't know what to say. Comparing this to tobacco companies that actually kills people if you smoke a lot of tobacco compared to a video game that you can overcome, it's just ridiculous. The Quantic Superior Court could speed up to a year deliberating on whether the class action can proceed, he added. If the action is successful, the developers could be forced to pay out tens, even hundreds of millions of dollars in damage, Carl estimated. And I will literally doubt that this man is going to win this case, because especially for kids, because who buys them the console? Their parents. Unless, of course, they bought their own console. Sure. Who, like, lets them get on and everything? Their parents. Like, it should be the parents' job to monitor their kids of how much time they're playing per day. It's not really kids' fault for playing a game like Fortnite. Like, any other game could be addictive. But, parents could just, always monitor their children and tell them, like, hey, you gotta, like, go to bed or you gotta eat. If their child won't listen, then they have to do some tough love and just either take away their console or whatever. It's just quite ridiculous. I don't know why they're even comparing a video game to cocaine. Like, they're not even like mentioning like any other game. It's just specifically this game only, and it's not really addicting anymore. Well, for young kids, sure, they constantly play this game hours a day. With if it's not any other game, then addiction is addicting to play. I mean, I guess, because it's really nothing unique about Fortnite besides the building and the shooting. But whatever. I found this article really ridiculous, and I hope this guy gets made fun of for suing actual video game corporation just to comparing of free to play video game to actual drugs, which is so stupid. Well, anyways, guys, if you want to go take a look at this article, I will leave it down in the description below, and let me know what your thoughts or opinions about this in the comments below. I would love to read them. If not, that's all fine. My name is FendigoC39. I hope you have a wonderful morning, night, and day, whatever the occasion is. And until my next video, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.